BMG, Full Music Group. Come on.
It's your life, yeah. It's your life, yeah. It's your life, yeah.
Hey, say, Niecy, come
When I think about your mercy and your glory poured upon me, Lord, I thank you.
Lord, I thank you.
Yes, I thank you.
Yes, I thank you.
When I think about your mercy and your glory poured upon me, Lord, I thank you.
Lord, I thank you.
Yes, I thank you.
Yes, I thank you. Hey, man, say, y'all, come on. I like this, come on. Forever and ever. For always. Lord, we love you. Thank you.
When I think about your goodness and your mercy poured upon me, Lord, I thank you.
Lord, I thank you.
Just wanna thank you.
Just wanna thank you.
When I wake up in the morning, I just lift my
Thank you.
hands and praise you. Lord, I thank you.
Lord, I thank you.
Just wanna thank you.
Just wanna thank you. Hallelujah, come on. Hallelujah, come on. Come on, man. Hey, turn it up. Turn it up. Hey, Rod, come on, man. Tell him.
When I think about your goodness and your mercy stored up for me, Lord, I thank you, yeah.
Say, boy.
Lord, I thank you.
One more time. Tell him. Come on.
When I think about your mercy and everything you done, Lord, Lord, I thank you,
Lord, I
yeah.
thank you.
I just thank you, Lord. Lord, you reign, yeah.
Hey,
Say
y'all,
you
come on, come on.
reign.
Y'all better sing.
Say, Lord, you reign. Lord, you
Always.
reign.
To the Most High.
Lord, you done so much for me. I can't deny how you love me. You shed your blood on Calvary to save a wretch like me.
I love it.
I thank you, Lord, for the lessons. Cause Lord, you just keep on blessing.
Thank you.
The tests and trials make me strong. Keep me holding on.
Come on.
That's why I'm desperate for you.
I'm lost without you. I'm lost without you. Yeah, come on. I just wanna worship. He reigns. I am because he is.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is your brother Malik Truth, and you are tuned into Malik's Truth Radio Show. As I say always, you could be anywhere at this moment in time, but you chose to hang out with your brother just for a little while. So for that, I say thank you. Malik's Truth Show seeks to bring knowledge, wisdom, understanding, give you some enlightenment, some encouragement to move forward much more productively in your life. So wherever you're hurting at, wherever you're experiencing challenges at, we hope that whatever is said today will help you to move forward in greatness and fullness. As always, I thank God for providing me life, for giving me the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to be able to give to you and create just a newness in you. Thank God for Natrel.com for creating this wonderful, wonderful platform for us to be able to give to you what we can. Thank you for Alex, our engineer, for making this show great today. And all the time, I always thank all of my BU Radio family for doing the great job that you do. John Kirkley, Wong, we had Shannon the Queen on the show, just came on, that was on right before me, and she did a fantastic job. And if you guys have never seen her in action on the stage, let me tell you, this woman has some gut-busting comedy to give to you. And if you ever have a sweet tooth, Her candy apples, oh my goodness, are incredible. So you definitely want to follow her. That's Shannon the Queen. Shannon DAQUEEN. Shannon the Queen. And I'm just going to get right into it because I have so many guests on the show today that I'm afraid that an hour is not going to cut it, but we're going to try to squeeze what we can in this hour of power. That's what I'm going to call it, hour of power. I have 4 intelligent, beautiful, and successful divas is what they call themselves. Divas is what they call themselves. Okay, so we are going to get right into it. And let me tell y'all, the name of this show segment is going to be called I Am Every Woman, I Am Enough. I am every woman, I am enough. Now, speaking towards them, I'm not saying I'm every woman. I mean, if I need to be, I can be. No. Okay, but I'm going to be every man right now. I am enough. I'm going to say that. I am enough. And I appreciate that. And I'm going to get them to help you guys understand why I'm saying I'm enough. So I'm just going to bring my guest in all at once. Hope that's not going to be too overwhelming for y'all, because I know it was a little overwhelming for me when they came walking through the door, just with all their magnificences and their divanesses.
And that hat is just killing us.
Oh, come on, somebody.
Right.
Hey, Kenya, I told you it was going to be a hit.
It is. It is.
Got the design, date and purpose on the side.
Loving
Come
it.
on.
Loving it.
Got Malik Truth. Boom. I am my own advertisement.
Absolutely.
I am a walking billboard for this wonderful literary journey. All right, we are here, y'all. As you can see, you see all of this loveliness. We have Chanel Robinson.
Hello.
Tamani, is that? Tamani. Yes. Y'all see the way she spell it like Sade? And she know her name is Sadie, but she got to just say Sade. We have Angel Washington and Kelly Gafford. We forgot that D there. We apologize about that. Got that D on the end. But these women right here, let me tell you, they do amazing work. And one thing that I carry dear to my heart is that beauty is coupled with greatness. Because beauty without greatness is just that. It's got to have purpose. Once that greatness comes in, there's purpose behind that beauty, because now that beauty can be used not only once it attracts, once it attracts, it can sustain. I like that. And then it can change. It can help influence. So I love that. So let's get started. Let's go just write down how you guys are seeing it on the screen. Let's start with Chanel. Chanel, tell them who you are, where you're from, and what is your business and or vocation.
So I'm going to take off my mask so you guys can hear me better. So my name is Chanel Robinson, and I am originally from Los Angeles.
All right.
I actually wrote a book called Jump Into It, Jump Into It, a Toolbox for Young Mothers. And the reason behind that was because I was a teenage mother, and it is my goal to be able to help women overcome shame, overcome the things that stop us and hindering us from being our best and next level selves. So.
Excellent. I like that. So this book that you were talking about, do you have that with you today?
I actually forgot to bring it. So, I was worried about bringing your book because it was really good tools and
it's
jewels
right
in there,
here.
so
We
yes.
stay laced.
Right. So I actually ran out of the house without it today.
That's all right. That's all right. Because if you guys go to my page, you guys follow me, you go to my page and you can check it out. I boast stuff. It's a wonderful tool. It's like a workshop all in one, book. It's incredible. Like, she's ready to go on tour with this one book. It's off the hook. So again, tell them the name of that book again, please.
It is Jump Into It, a Toolbox for Young Mothers.
Awesome. Okay, and let's go next down the line. We got, I should save you for last. Let's go ahead. Angel, same questions.
My name is Angel Washington. I'm originally from Las Vegas, born and raised. I am a 5-time book author. I am also a spoken word artist. I'm most recently kind of delving into the land of coaching by way of poetry, though. So it's got a little bit of a spin on it. So I'm working on that to be set by the end of the month.
Oh, come on now.
So that's what I got going
Setting
on.
goals. I love that. And you say spoken word. A lot of folks don't understand that's poetry. Being spoken, right?
Yep, that's
Okay.
But I do them all.
You do them all,
I
okay?
got it all covered.
Okay. So you already know I'm gonna put you on the spot, Miss Angel. I want to hear you spit something. I know my viewers and listeners want to hear you spit a little something.
I think we plan to both do a little something.
Okay, what you got something too? See, you just see Tammy like attention, no? Tammy like attention. Tammy like attention. I ain't even get to you yet, and you just got to come in. And we got that going too. She ain't the only one.
You know what? No, I'm gonna give my girl her shine.
I love you, sister. I love you. Okay, we're gonna go to Kelly. Kelly, same question.
So I own a business called Smart Choices Court Mandated Education.
All
I've been
right.
doing it for about 9 years now. We do domestic violence, DUI, impulse control, any
Yes.
court mandated education we do. And I'm the co-owner of a cookie dough and cookie shop bakery in Town Square. Yes.
Did you bring some samples or something?
I did not.
See what is? Did I? You know what? I'm gonna blame myself for that. I'm gonna take accountability for that one. And I should have reminded you. Chanel, bring your book. Kelly brings some treats. And I already know that as a spoken word professional, everything is on the head, right?
Yes.
Everything is in your Rolodex, your mental Rolodex, right?
We try to keep it that way,
Okay.
but the older I get.
Oh Lord. I think I'm probably the oldest one on the panel. You know what I'm saying? And since I'm not a woman, I ain't afraid to tell my age. As of the 31st of July, I turned 51. And you know I look good.
Yes, you do.
Black don't crack unless you smoke it.
And I am 52.
Come
Here we go.
Kelly,
And
look at that.
I must say, I am proud to be 52.
Hey, see, thank you. And I'm sure. Okay, let's go down the line. And you, Angel?
I'm 47.
So look at that. We're going to go to our next, because we didn't even get Tammy in there. So, Tammy, next question with your age added on to the ending part or the beginning, whichever one.
So I think that you asked, who am I? And
Yes.
yeah, what do I do? So
Yes.
I'm Tamani Godbolt, newly named Tamani Chamberlain, because
Awesome.
I just found my people, right?
Thank
I
y'all.
am the owner of Still Standing Empowered Behavioral Health and Mental Health Agency. I also
awesome.
am a realtor with Realty One Northwest.
Wow.
And just have delved into coaching and consulting. I've actually been
Wow.
a licensed, or not a licensed, but a certified life coach for the past 20 years. But I've just taken it to another level at this point and have opened up and created the Diva Firm LLC, which I
Wow.
do coaching and consulting under that umbrella as well.
Wow. See, look at that. Didn't I tell you I have greatness all up in the studio? We have nothing but greatness here. Did we get to the age part?
And I am 50 years young.
50 years young. Look at that. We have nothing but wisdom on this panel,
That's
and I
right.
just love it. We, with age comes experience.
Yes.
Definitely. That's
Yes.
a given. That's inevitable. What is not inevitable is being able to learn from that experience. So, how have we learned from our years of growth from where we once were to where we are now? Anybody can take that one.
I don't know. I'll jump in and just say experience has been the best teacher I could
Yes.
say ever. I mean, a lot of people say that if you have this title behind your name or this accolade, that makes you who you are. But experience, it makes you the woman or the man that God has destined you actually to be. Takes you to a whole nother level. And so I'm just thankful for all the experiences that I've had, whether they were being good, bad, or indifferent. They have molded me. They have created the best version of me, and I'm just excited to see what other experiences that I'm going to learn in the second season in my life.
That's what I'm talking about. Angel?
I would agree with Tamani.
Mhm.
Life experiences have taught me a lot. And just personal growth, learning from each experience, as Tamani said, good, bad, or indifferent.
Right.
Just making sure that each of those moments are lessons
Yes.
that you can learn from and take from and share with people that you love and care about, and
Yes.
also make sure that it sits in your spirit as well, so you can take something
Absolutely.
from it.
Absolutely. Chanel or Kelly, whichever one.
I can go. I think I would agree with Tamani and Angel. It would be experiences and the things that I have been able to overcome have helped me to be able to be the best, the best at what I'm doing. Because if you don't have any experience, I was telling the ladies in the room, if you don't have any experiences, you can't really teach anybody anything. So it's just been the things that I've been able to overcome.
That's excellent. I love that. And y'all hear that? I'm hearing a tone of just overcoming, knowing that challenges in life are inevitable, but it's how we learn to cope and overcome them is how we begin to become, I would say more fortified in the next level. Kelly.
I used to attend, I forgot the name of the church. It's off of Lindale.
Oh, Mountaintop.
Mountaintop, yes.
Mhm.
And I remember going there once in the
Pastor
pastor
House,
house.
yes.
He
Mhm.
said, won't he get that back? So used to say how
I don't have
old
my
people,
shoulders shrugging now. Come on.
they would get the backside.
Shundo. Yes, come on now.
And for me,
La, 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 la,
what
la.
has really taught me is that you keep going through the same thing.
Yes.
And you think you're making the right choices, and sometimes you're not right. Oftentimes you're not making those right choices. And I really feel sometimes that really resonated with me. Once I get myself in a pickle, I go, you know what? God has a way. He's trying to teach me something. And I keep going back to some of the same issues, and that means I haven't resolved that, and I need to heal or whatever, be more aware.
Yes.
But I feel that those experiences have helped me, shape me into the person that I am. Yeah.
It's, I liken that into the children of Israel. When I did a geographical search, I looked at that to be the shortest journey from one to the next. However, it was preparation that took the longest. It was clearing out all the garbage that they learned as slaves. They needed to clear that out in order to get to the next level. And whenever we go through life's changes, if we don't pass the test of those, we're going to go through it again until we pass it. Again and again. That's right. Until we pass it. And let me tell you something.
No coincidences.
Oh, no, ain't no such thing as coincidence.
Strategic.
Everything is strategically planned by our God. And let me tell you, he makes no mistakes.
Right.
And he makes no errors, which is why, I can't get through a lot of times where, folks say, oh, he created me like this. He made me like this. No, he allowed you to be like that so that his strength can be made perfect in your weakness.
That's right. That's right.
And I love God for that, and all of the things that we go through, and all of this greatness, that I have in this one area. It is lovely. Now I'm an author, first time, and I love it, because it's about relationships, and a lot of me went into this project, and I know how difficult it is at times in dating, especially when you're a creative and socially mobile individual. Your mate or the person of interest may not be exactly there. What do you guys take on that? Where you're dating and the person may not be there yet.
There meaning what? They're not
At their potential, and they're not meeting their potential. What do you guys think about potential versus having potential versus operating in your potential?
I think I can answer that.
All right, who can handle that?
I think I can answer that.
Okay, Chanel.
For me, in that my husband sees my light already, and I see his. He may not be doing exactly what I'm doing, but he is still supporting me. He is still helping me to set myself up to win. That doesn't mean I'm like, oh no, honey, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, because in this season, it's my season to do what I'm doing. And then when his season comes, I'm there to hold him up and hold him accountable and help him. So in relationships, whether it be dating or marriage or whatever, it's just about being each other's support team, knowing that you have somebody that is their next level self. They're not doing that. They may be supporting you in this season, and just being okay with that, and not trying to push them to be where you are yet.
Y'all hear that?
So.
Y'all hear that? Just let them be.
Just let them be.
That's good, because in the dating world, especially having been married for such a long period of time, at this age in my life right now, I just have to be comfortable with allowing him to walk in his life
Amen.
and me to walk in mine. As
Yes.
long as he doesn't try to dull my shine or make me dilute who I am as a woman, whether that be an alpha female as they consider it, or having a
Right.
lot of creative projects going on at one time. As long as he is supportive in that, and he's
Right.
not necessarily because some people's purpose doesn't necessarily identify with your purpose.
That
is,
part.
Come
you
on,
know?
somebody.
Some people's
Come on,
purpose
somebody.
is,
Y'all hear that?
I just want to go to work. I just want to come home. I
Mhm.
want to be able to sit here and just relax, relate, release, and I'm going to let you
Exactly.
do your thing. And that's okay. So me allowing him, as long as it's an asset to what it is that I'm doing,
Right.
to walk in your light and you let me walk in mine, I think that's compatible.
I love that. I love that. Angel.
I would totally agree. I'm not currently, nor am I looking to be in a relationship. However, what I can say is that, in past relationships, I make it my purpose to always be supportive and hope that that same support is reciprocated, because
that.
that's the bottom line. You want someone who's going to feed into your greatness just like you will feed into theirs.
Yes.
So, like Tamani said, and like Chanel said, as long as you're not trying to dim my shine, because my light is bright, child. My light is bright.
This little light of mine.
I'm gonna let it shine now. I'm gonna let it shine, and I
I'm
just
not
want
turning
that.
the dimmers on for no one.
Absolutely,
now.
and it
Come
just
on,
has to
somebody.
be reciprocated.
Come
That's
on,
all.
somebody. And that's good. Kelly?
I would say I'm currently in a relationship, and I would say that it's definitely important to find someone who supports you. But at the same time, I think that you have to understand where they are.
Oh, yes.
And if boundaries are set up, for instance, if you come home and you're full from the day and you just want to like explode and just share everything, and if that
Absolutely.
person's not ready, and it's like, hey,
I
you
like
have to
that.
respect that.
Come
and
on
say,
now.
okay.
Rather
And I
than just
recently-
imposing it, right?
and recently had a
Yes.
conversation, and he said, hey, you want to talk about things like your whole day right in the middle of the game or right in the middle of the Olympics. And not that I don't want to hear about how amazing your day was.
Right.
Could you just hold off? And at first, my feelings were hurt.
Of course.
Because I was
of
like, oh
course.
my God,
Right.
you don't want to hear about my day?
Right.
You know?
Right.
But then I said,
How
well,
insensitive.
Exactly. Who are you?
but what I say is you have
Right.
to respect one another.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
good,
And
Kelly.
I talk about in my book, the discovery process, discovering oneself first, and then using that energy to be able to discover another individual. And just simply accepting them for who they are. Because either you're going to accept them for who they are, you just walk away from them.
Right.
Remain friends, remain that cordial, monogamous thing. Hey, what's going on type thing. But if you're going to move forward, I believe that we all should just expect someone to be who they are.
Yes.
I told this one young lady who is having issues with her guy supporting her business. And I told her, I said, well, who did God give that vision to, you or him?
That's right.
Right.
So how are you going to expect him to love and appreciate and respect the vision that God gave to you? You carry it out, and you do what you're supposed to do, and your light will shine, and trust me, he will come along.
And
But
if he
you have to
doesn't, it wasn't
operate in
meant
it.
for him to come.
Exactly.
And
I was
if
just about to
exactly,
say
and
that.
if he
don't have
doesn't,
to.
exactly, and if he doesn't come, it wasn't meant for him to come. Doesn't mean that he doesn't love you. If he doesn't put you down, if he tries to find ways to support you in your efforts while you're doing it, such as doing what he's supposed to do in his role in the relationship, and not using you not being around as a means for him to go out and seek other comforts. You feel me? Then that's support in and of itself.
And then I also think it's very important for you to hear that. If you're dating somebody and they tell you, hey, because I would use my mom as an example.
Okay.
Years ago, she had a group home, and her husband at the time,
Right.
they were selling commercial real estate.
Okay.
She happened to meet a lady who was selling her group homes, and my mother capitalized on that.
Right.
And her husband at the time said he had no interest on taking on group homes.
Right.
That he just wanted to go to work, sell real estate, and be done with
And
it.
be done with it.
She didn't want it, so she thought she was going to change him. She proceeded, and the relationship dissolved. So I think that you need to have hard conversations.
Yes,
and
you
need to
better.
ask questions, because if he's like, hey, I really want you home by 5:30, or 5 o'clock, or and don't think because you marry him it's
That it's
going
gonna
to
change in the
It's
fourth
gonna
quarter.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
no.
He was clear.
Right.
He wants you home at
Right,
5:30.
Come on, somebody.
And so I just think we need to hear that and stop thinking, okay, I can change a man. I'm
Absolutely.
gonna cook him and I'm gonna
Yes.
sex him up and
Yes.
I'm
I had
gonna
to
do all
sit
these
back on
things.
that one.
He's already clear. Because then you
Come
put
on.
yourself in a position
you're
where
disappointed.
To
you're
be
disappointed and then you're
yes.
walking around feeling like you're not enough.
Yes.
But if you're with the
Come
wrong
on.
person.
And you
Yeah.
to say that again.
You're with the wrong person.
And you are enough.
And you are enough.
And you know what
It's
that?
just
And
ain't
since
right.
we talking about, you know,
right.
the female greatness experience, you know what I want to talk about is, and I keep looking at this movie over and over again, Madam C.J. Walker's story. And I know y'all seen that,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That was amazing.
Amazing
Yeah,
story,
yeah, yeah.
and it's amazing. Number one, because it's not fictional. You know, this is a real woman who they're depicting real challenges that she'd gone through, but she said, "I'm not giving up. I have a goal to turn it into A, B, C, X, Y, D," and she did that. She did that, and she was not even letting her husband stand in her way.
No, she
Now
wasn't.
she listened to him and heard him out as depicted, where he said, "Well, you got such and such amount of time to turn this around. If you don't, we both going to work in a hotel." And what she say? "I ain't trying to work for nobody no more. I done cleaned enough laundry. I done ironed enough clothes. This is going to succeed." And she made it succeed. Now he came along for the ride, but for a certain point, as you guys see in
Yeah,
the movie.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So whether that's true or not, but what you know, whose relationship I love to see is Tabitha Brown and Chance.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
that's my
yeah.
couple
I
right
love
there.
them.
Yeah.
Don't they
They're
make you just want to
wonderful.
cry?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh
yes,
my
yes,
God.
yes.
Man, and
Oh,
it's
wow.
and now from that perspective, from a woman, you know, who came up and said that we have enough money now, baby, where you know I got
I
this.
can retire you.
You know, so
Yeah.
if you want to go ahead and quit that dangerous job that you want, baby,
Uh-huh.
you have that choice. Just know it.
Yes.
What y'all think about that? Because obviously we know that Wendy Williams, she downplayed that one. What y'all think about that?
I'm
Taking your man out of retirement.
I think it's
I'm in.
spectacular.
Well, putting
I
him in
think it's
retirement.
I think it's
spectacular too.
spectacular.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
my goal.
yeah.
That
That's
is
amazing.
my goal because my husband supports me. He has been. I wouldn't have done any of the things that I would have done if it had not been for him saying, "Baby, you're brilliant.
Yeah.
Baby, you got this. Baby, we
Right.
can do this together."
Right.
You know, right? I'm like, you know, especially coming from where I come from and my story. You know, just coming from not so good of a household and things like that. And so he literally had to help me change my mindset. And now I see myself how he was telling me 17 years ago. He saw me and I'm like, right. And somebody knows my husband and he is like, "You're great." And but then he'll check me too if I'm getting outside of myself because I found myself walking around the house. I'm an author. He like, "Wait a minute, she's still my wife." You can be whoever you
That's
wanna
all
be,
right.
so.
But you know what? That balance and boundaries need to be there.
Yes.
You know what I'm
yes.
saying? So, and that's a great thing. So, Tammy, is that okay if I call you Tammy?
Just don't call me late for dinner. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna call you early for dinner. We're gonna have McDonald's #1 and #2.
Negative. Okay, go ahead.
Well, go ahead. What your take on Tabitha and Chance?
I think that it's admirable. I
Yes.
believe that any woman that could stand in her truth and in her power, the way that she does, without having other people outside influence to make her feel like she's stupid or she's not making the right decision. She's comfortable within herself and her womanhood and her relationship, and if she chooses to be successful and do her stuff in her own right,
Come on now.
and allow her man to just be there as a support,
Right.
I'm all for it. I'm
That's a-
all
and that's
for
a
it.
beautiful
As
thing.
long as he was an asset during the journey.
Yeah.
Now, if you weren't an asset during my journey, and I'm just gonna take care of you now that I've reached my pinnacle point,
Right.
that might be a change.
That might be it. Okay.
You
I
know?
like that. I like
Yeah.
that. So do you think, Kelly? Do you think Wendy Williams was projecting her own insecurities and pain on
Yeah.
that
I
whole
do.
situation?
I do, and I feel sorry for Wendy. As much money as she has,
she's
she's
still
just
not
a
happy.
really unhappy
Unhappy
person.
woman.
And to me, looking at her, and even watching her story, I said, "Wow, she's an example of how you can reach a certain level of success, monetarily,
Yes.
personally, whatever, and still not be happy."
And still not be
Yeah,
happy.
so I definitely think she was projecting. I
Definitely.
support that. If your
I
man
actually
has
did a show
supported
on that.
you, yeah, and you want to do that, but what I do think is that when you get ready to make moves like that,
Right.
you don't need to discuss that with anybody.
Right.
That's between
Right.
you and your man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I agree with that.
yeah.
I agree with that. And even if when you're in a relationship, whether it be engagement, dating, or married, even when you do have that discussion with them, their input you're just looking for to set them in a state of awareness that this is what I'm about to carry out.
Oh right. Yeah.
Not even this is what I'm looking for from you, but this is what I'm going to carry out.
Right.
However way you want to support me, you choose.
And if the
But
relationship,
this is what I'm gonna do.
if the relationship is intended and he
Right.
really has your best interest at heart, he already saw it before you told him.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Come
No,
on, somebody.
definitely.
That's that God thing. That's
And
that
she
energy.
made it very
thing.
clear,
Yeah.
Tabitha, that is, made it very clear that
Yeah.
Chance was supportive from the gate.
From the
I
gate.
mean, they
Yeah.
moved cross country with kids,
Time
no
frame.
money,
Yes.
working these penny ante jobs until he got on
the cop job.
got on the LAPD or whatever, and he was supportive from the gate when she was driving Uber, which is when she found her fame on that sandwich. Okay, I said the sandwich because that sandwich was right because I tried it. It
She
made
made me run out and go buy it.
it really did make you see everything greener. It did. It made things greener and more blue. It really did. And so he stuck with her, and so I fully support what she did.
Yeah,
She
I
said,
love it.
"Listen, my love, you stood by me.
Thank you.
So let me
Thank you.
retire you, and you can do whatever it is you need to
And
do.
that takes a lot
Carry
for
out
a
those
man
dreams.
You
to,
know
to
what?
be
I
able
like
to
that.
step outside of
I
his
like that.
manhood.
I
to
like
do
that.
Yeah.
And you know what? I tell you what though, it takes more of a man to accept that.
Yeah.
Because what you're accepting is you're not accepting charity. You're not accepting a handout. You are accepting your wife's love.
Right.
And
That's
this is
it.
how she's showing
That's
it.
it.
to you, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the major things, unfortunately, in our gender, a lot of men, unfortunately, have this pride thing. Because I asked somebody this, is like, oh, no, I ain't going to let my woman take care of me. That ain't how it's supposed to be. But yet, I said, if you said you're a believer, right? When's the last time you read Proverbs 31? Proverbs 31 describes exactly what Tabitha's doing.
Oh, absolutely. And I doubt if she was like retiring him, like, okay, now he's getting ready to sit around the house
Right.
and do
Exactly.
nothing.
Right.
I'm sure he has a plan.
He does.
And she's just helping him execute that plan. Because
And
I
that's
believe
exactly
he
what
plays
she's
the
doing.
guitar and
Yeah,
some other
baby, do your
things.
thing.
So she's, and now that
Yeah.
they, even their daughter, Choice, I follow her on Instagram.
Who is Tabitha's twin?
Absolutely. She's received so many followers, or gotten so
Right.
many followers just from her mom. I'm sure whatever business or idea he has, it will be bringing in revenue.
Absolutely.
She's just not like sit at home and play video games.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
I don't
love
think
that.
so.
I love that.
To me, that talks about the man's ego. If he has enough strength to allow her to take him out of that not hostile work environment, but hostile work environment. It's dangerous to be a police officer.
Yes, it
If
is.
he has enough strength to do that, that speaks to he's strong in his manhood. He doesn't
Yes,
have
he
to
is.
prove anything. He doesn't have to show up and be
Right.
somebody else for the world. They know what they got. They don't have to tell everybody else. They don't have to show anybody
Right.
anything. So
And I love
speaks
that.
about
For
his
her to
strength.
just be able to say, "I'm gonna take you from your paycheck to your passion."
Let's
That's
go.
that's a
Ooh,
blessing.
you better say where'd she come from with all this stuff? Say that for the audience one more time.
She's gonna take him from his paycheck to his passion. Yes.
Thank you.
That
I
could
love
turn into
that.
prosperity.
Yes, and the 3 P's take you from the paycheck to your passion, which leads to prosperity for the both of them. And that's how it's supposed to be, y'all. Men, we have to please, men, please get out of yourselves. Learn to get out of yourself, because when you stay within yourself, you miss so much of the love that woman can give you. Let me tell you, man. And you know what, brothers, let me tell you, it took me a long time to understand and accept that. But I did, y'all. Let me tell you, it's so freeing when you do that.
Yeah.
Step out of yourselves, brother, and let it happen when it's supposed to happen. Otherwise, all you're doing is just kicking back your blessings from God. That's all you're really doing.
That's right.
You're kicking them back, and you don't want to do that, because we serve a very jealous God.
That's right.
You feel me? We are going to take a break, y'all, and we're going to come back momentarily. And I'm hoping that our sister Angel will give us a small piece. Kick a little something, you know what I'm saying? So, we're going to go like this. Break your lighters out, because she's going to kill it. All right? And whoever else got something to give, we're going to ask you for that as well. All right? So, y'all, stay tuned into this show. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back.
You're playing hard to get, it makes me sick.
once in a blue moon, a shooting star. Yeah, I'd spend a lifetime just to be where you are, but you pass on every moment. You turn down invitations, and I don't know why, but I keep on trying. You'll come around, I'm wearing you down. And when your no's turn into maybes, oh, oh yeah, I know I'm onto something. Oh, I know that eventually you'll come around. I'm wearing you down.
Picture me driving a foreign. Yeah, me and my shawty, we riding a foreign. I was never complacent, put my foot on the pavement. In my dream I was chasing, while my girl waited patient. Spent a lifetime on this music shit, going nowhere, I was losing it. She was right there enduring this, while her folks like, why she doing this? But shawty didn't care what nobody said. She was gonna ride to the day I'm dead, stay by my side when the others fled. So I'm convinced that she deserves it all. She believed in me when chances were real small. I picture me driving a foreign. My shawty, she riding the passenger side. Yeah, 3 in the morning, holding her head up, yeah. She was there from the beginning, there from the beginning. Oh, she was there from the beginning, yeah. Baby, you were there from the beginning. Shawty my ride or die, and she is my reason why I keep on grinding to buy her expensive things that money can buy. Her beauty represents me well. She loves me and others can tell. Her heart is where my love would dwell. Talk about her man and she would rebel. I ain't ashamed, this ain't a game. She was right there in the storm and the rain. Endure the pain and the financial strain. Now she gon' shine with the fortune and fame. She gambled her life for me, she sacrificed for me. She deserves it all. It's only right, you see, no matter the price, you see. I picture me driving a foreign. Yeah, she riding the passenger side. She riding 3 in the morning. So much pride, 'cause she was there. There from the beginning. Oh, baby, you was there. There from the beginning. I picture me driving a foreign. Now my history is changing. She's my day one and there is no rearranging. She's had my back through the times when things were straining. Now she benefit from every cent I'm gaining. Listen to what I'm saying. No dividing, no compromising. She gon' ride while I keep on climbing. Just recognize we gon' keep on thriving. She believed that I'll see greatness in due timing. I picture me driving a foreign. My shawty, she riding the passenger side. She riding the passenger side. 3 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was there from the beginning. There in the beginning. There in the beginning. She was there from the beginning. Me driving in the beginning.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is your brother Malik Truth coming back to you, and you have been tuned into Malik's Truth radio show, and you were just listening to our brother, our producer extraordinaire, Natrell.com. Picture Me Riding a Foreign. I love that song because he talks about the woman seeing the greatness of him and still sticking by him, even through the hard times and the trials, people talking in her ear while you're still with him. She's seen something in him, not just the potential, but she's seen him operating in his potential, and that's the difference. So yes, Natrell, thank you for that song, sir. I love it, love it, love it. We are back with Kelly, Chanel, Tamani, and Angel, the four divalicious divas. The sisters that will blow your mind not only with their beauty but with their intellectual prowess. I love that. Such a great, great combination, let me tell you. So earlier we were discussing so many topics, from Tabitha Brown and her husband, and the woman taking the husband out of work, and the men learning how to just simply accept that and move outside of themselves, and to learn to accept the love that the wife is giving them, especially when it's that type of love. So a lot of times when men meet situations where their wives are excelling economically, a lot of times we kind of get jealous because it's not us. Well, guess what, guys? If that is your side, your rib, understand this, that when God took the woman from our rib, that rib cage is what protects every vital piece of us. So God took her from a wonderful place. So if he took her from a piece that protects all of our vital organs within that region, then guess what? She is there as your protector. So if she seeks to give you love in those ways, brother, learn how to accept it. All right, y'all. We are back with our sister Angel, and she told us earlier, right, that she is into spoken word. And I would really love for her to bless us with one of her pieces. Get your lighters up. Get your lighters up. Come on, y'all.
Who said that I couldn't conquer the world? Well, that's bull, because I can and I will. Don't let my innocence fool you. Don't let my chill attitude cool you. You better watch out, because I'm something fierce. I'm a sophisticated black woman, my dear. Did I make myself clear? I'm a sophisticated, educated, non-complicated, underrated, self-motivated, never been incarcerated woman who will not allow herself to be violated nor mutilated by anyone. I'm one of a kind. I can't be duplicated. Did I also mention that I'm a classic? I'm fantastic, a sometimes sarcastic woman who takes control of her surroundings? Please keep calm. Don't get extended. If you cannot handle the true black woman that I am, then you're a sucker, a weak brother, dictated to by others. Don't know your color, just a boy living in a society that needs to be taught. But I must say, I don't have the time to teach you, because you see, I'm about to conquer the world.
You
don't cut it out. If you don't, just go put the mic down. Just go stop the show.
I'm out of here, y'all. This is not an Angel Washington.
Oh, my God.
I love that.
Thank you.
That was all I was thinking about is what beat we gonna put with that.
Right.
Oh my God, that was so powerful. What do you call that one?
Sophisticated woman.
Sophisticated. Wasn't there a song out? Who made that song?
Sophisticated lady.
That was the Isley brother, or was it the Isley brother?
Was it the Isley Brothers? Sophisticated lady?
Somebody.
If any of y'all know that one, Natrell, if you know that one, who did that one? Sophisticated lady. It was a funk song.
Yeah,
It was definitely a funk song. It was from the funk era, Sophisticated Lady. Now, somebody else got like a talent like that? I mean, like sing or do a, spoken word, anything? Anyone else?
I don't know. My creative partner and I, we play a little bit together,
Come on, do your thing.
She's the motivator, and I just talk about issues that I can kind of relate to.
Well, if it's in spoken word form, hook it up, or if it's just encouragement.
No, she got it. She's spoken word artist too.
Well, come on, you on the spot. The spotlight is on you.
Well, Well, being a alpha female and a woman who is looking for a man that could kind of take care of himself, but not take care of me because I can take care of myself, but just be an asset to me, I'm definitely opposed to this type of man. So
Come on now.
listen to this scenario as I flow into a subject where some of y'all may not want me to go, but you see, it's mandatory, people know, for it's having a major effect on the women these men represent. Check this out. The situation's not fair. How dare you think just because your mama always took care of you, then that's the exact same thing I'm supposed to do. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll always be strong. I got your back, keeping our relationship on track. But in turn, you need to react. You can't just keep riding with the flow and then expect me to go completely out of my way to make things okay. And why is it that I've never heard you say, baby, don't worry about nothing. It's going to be all right. Even if I got to work and hustle long hours in the night. You see, supplying for our family any way you can, to me, is what makes the difference between a boy and a man. Now, before this gets misconstrued, I'm not just focusing on the financial part, though that is a start. But being true to this game right here has to come from the heart. You see, it stems from the parent not allotting him any responsibilities, ignoring all of his irresponsibilities. And normally, it's the mothers that disregard these. I'm a mother myself, so I understand you're trying to do all that you can, but just realize that your spoiled little boy will one day be a man. He will eventually, hopefully, leave your home to venture out on his own because he's grown. But if he's always been sheltered and cradled, held under your wing, always under the impression that somebody owes him something, then when he does step out and reality hits, he's lost. And who pays the cost? Me? Because since I'm now caught up, I supply the help. But I'm just repeating a vicious cycle that at first I didn't see till it began to break me down because all that weight fell on me. I became the motivator, the educator, the goal creator. Just discussing the most basic things in life turned into a fight. Dang, what's wrong? Oh, that's all right, I know. I can't make you into the man I want you to be. And although you say you already are, that's just not what it seems. Because the man that I want has ambition and dreams. I need an inspirator, a demonstrator, someone who wants the greater things in this world. And when times get hard or things get tough, from him I won't get no resistance. He will always stand strong and be my foundation and not run back to his mama for assistance. So listen, girls, when you out looking for a man, when he's looking for you, make sure his nails is dirty. That's because he's willing to work. And for his future, he's created a plan. Because although it may be real cute to rock a spoiled little boy, trust me on this one, ain't nothing cute about a sorry-ass man.
Oh, shit.
And I'm not talking about all the men out there because, you know, there's some good ones out there. I done ran into a couple.
Damn. That's one of those yeah boy moments. Yeah. Damn that damn. Angel and Tammy, damn. That's all. Damn. That's all I got to say.
She keep me in the booth.
She must. She. Did you influence that?
Yeah. She influences my writing.
No. We were introduced by my older sister.
Okay.
They used to work together, but she was like, my sister writes, and to her, my sister writes, and to me, my friend, my coworker writes, and that's how we met and we connected
How many
through.
years ago was that?
Over 20. So
20.
we've been running. We've ran
done
the
the
country.
Bayou Classic. We've been in LA at the Shark Bar. We've been here in Vegas, Martin Luther King Week. We've done some really great things.
We've done some great things together.
Those two pieces was like bananas, straight up. So
thank you.
We want to get you guys to understand, men. Time to grow the hell up, I guess.
That's it.
And ladies, it's time to understand the greatness within you. There is something in you that attracts this weak man. However, just because you attract that weak man does not mean you have to stay with him. Right. We have the power to repel.
Yes.
So if it comes to you, you can reject it, sisters.
Yes.
I mean, look, and I understand that it may be good. It may be good. But is that so good that it's going to ruin yourself?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because there are some things called batteries.
Oh, absolutely.
And those batteries go into certain things that can actually last a whole lot longer than he can. They go on and on and on. So let me tell you, that it's I told y'all an hour just ain't gonna do it. I told y'all that hour just ain't gonna do it. But even in this amount of time, I had so much fun with you, sisters. Thank you so much. And so that everybody knows where to find you at, but I'm going to get to that in just one moment because we still got a little time left. We still got 7 minutes. So I'm going to give, I want to pay tribute to one of our sisters, folks. We have here a superwoman. Let's see here. Where's your name at on your book, sister? Huh? Jamie? Jamie Brown. We have our sister Jamie Brown, who has authored a book called In the Middle of It All. Now, I don't usually do this, but I want her to speak on her own book. All right. Again, this is Jamie Brown. Jamie Brown, come on around here.
Come on, Jamie. Tell a story. Right here. They not buying the book, they buying the person in the story. Yeah. Tell her.
So what's your book about?
My book is about my life and everything that I've been through and everything that I've overcome. And I named it In the Middle of It All because I wanted to talk to the people that were in the middle. I didn't want to talk to people after it was all over and everything was great, but I wanted to talk to people from a place of being in the middle, of not knowing what's going to happen next, but you still knew that God was there. And it's a book about my life and all the things that God has done. And I'm still in the middle of it.
Yes, all right. Where
But
can
now,
they find it at?
it could be found anywhere books are sold.
Awesome.
Amazon.com and anywhere else their books are sold, you will find In the Middle of It All. Yay. Thank you.
Smack in the middle. Not in the middle. Come on, y'all. See, look, this is what I want us to do. All right. I am calling for solidarity, y'all. Solidarity is not equivalent to hate. All solidarity means is that we are willing to put our energies and our and everything that we have into our own. This is how we become successful as a people. And as I said, because I love my sisters on this panel, I do what I can to support. So you guys go out. This is what it looks like. Okay? Go out and bring that up on Google. When you see this book, you just go right to pay, and have it sent to you. All right? So that's all you do. That's all. What else you gonna do with the what is it? 15, 20, 25? $30, and it's hardcover, y'all. That's why it's 30. It's not paperback. So go ahead and forego, I guess, that couple of drinks at the club, and go ahead and support your sister. All right, because she needs you. We all need you on this panel. Tamani, tell them how to find you.
You can find me on Facebook, Tamani Godbold, or you can find me at Still Standing Empowered, Smart Choices Combination in 900 South Valley View. We're on the corner of Charleston and Valley View. You can find me at my office, my real estate office, which is on and in the 95 Painted Desert Shores, Painted Desert anyway. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Come see me.
Y'all check her out. Yeah. Chanel.
Hold on, let me it'll come down. You can find me at the Overcomer Circle. That is my Facebook group where I'm helping women to overcome. You can also find me at Chanel Rudisill Robinson. You can find my book on Amazon. You can also find it on ChanelRobinson.com. So. And
I have the book, y'all. Incredible. I mean, this is like a workshop. Straight up. Definitely. It is a workshop in a book. Straight up. Angel.
I am Angel D. Washington on Facebook. I am at Miss Angel DW on Instagram. My website is unveiledtoprevail.com, and that's my coaching through poetry. You can find me there. And my government job, I don't talk about.
All right, we don't need to know that one, you know what I'm saying? But that's all right, because soon and very soon, you won't plot for nobody else.
But she got a good situation.
That's what I'm talking about. And that's what you do. You roll when God say roll.
That's right.
Not when tired say roll.
He gonna say roll in 4 years when I'm retired.
Early.
He
'Cause,
might
you know,
do it before that time. You never
Well,
know.
either way, when I collect that check while sitting at home and I can
Okay.
do the stuff that I love, child.
Well, that's what she asked God for, and then God said, "You ask and you shall receive." Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. And Kelly.
Kelly Gafford on Facebook and Kelly_Gafford on Instagram, at Domazing LV, and at Smart Choices LV on Instagram. You can find me.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. And y'all already know where y'all can find me at here on BU Network, also on Facebook. And y'all already know about the bestseller, The Design, Date, and Purpose. Go out and get it. This book will encourage, inspire, change, and discovery in your life. You have been tuned into Malik's Truth radio show. And as I always say, you could have been anywhere else, but you decided to hang out with your brother just for a little while. Thank you, and God bless.